Hey, it's the Nerdy Sports Fan, and we're doing our mock draft simulations for the AFC West this week. I'm using the Draft Network's mock draft tool, which is a great way to gauge what can be the possibilities, especially if you do it a few times in a row for the same team. You'll notice that it's going to be different players available, because it's really trying to throw out there that teams at the top of the draft aren't always telling us the truth. Weird. And teams throughout the draft are going to draft kind of dumb. You know, GMs. Is there a college for GMs? No, there isn't. Yeah, GMs, scouts, and other people that are professionals in football aren't born for this job. Nobody's born for a job. Okay, these are people that learn on the job through experience, and I'm willing to bet there's a lot of football fans out there that could be plugged in as a GM for a lot of teams and do a better job. Just saying. Mike Mayock is going to be the really, really good gauge of this because he's essentially just been a talking head talking about draft talent and didn't know anything about the business of it. So watch what goes on with the Raiders. But anyways, Chargers, we have pick number 28. And their two biggest needs are the middle of the defensive line and the entirety of the offensive line. I went with, at this pick, Jerry Tillery. Now, he's a huge upgrade to the middle of this defensive line, and he's a huge man, okay? 6'7", 300-plus pounds. The guy's going to eat up a couple of blockers every single time he lines up, and that's going to free up Bosa and Ingram to wreak havoc on opposing offenses. Upgrading the defensive line in that way, strengthening a strength, is going to be the biggest difference maker you can get in the first round at this point, and that's what you're looking for in the first round. You're looking for somebody who can make you more dominant in an area. Now, later on, you can address the offensive line. Second and third round, you can really pick up good offensive line talent in this draft because they're not the best group in this draft. Defensive front is, but they're pretty darn good. So, pick number 60, I went with Yandi Kajusi. I really hope I'm pronouncing that properly. He's an offensive tackle out of West Virginia. The guy is like 6'4"-ish, low 300 pounds. He can move, too. So, with this offensive line, Kajusi would be a instant upgrade at, pick a place. But I see him more as a right tackle than a left tackle, but you can say that about almost any tackle prospect coming out, and all of the Chargers' left tackles. So he would be an upgrade on either side. You would be able to play him immediately at right tackle. Left tackle, he's going to move better than what they already have, so they're likely going to try somebody like him there. In pick number 91, I went with Drew Samia, guard out of Oklahoma. He can't move as well, but that's why he's a guard. Okay, he's a big man, and he's got experience in a very competitive division. Oklahoma is a great team that builds a lot of talent. There's been a lot of Oklahomans coming into the NFL and doing extremely well because they have a great program. And teams like Oklahoma tend to get the best shot from other teams. So you can see them being tested more. Big school talent is always great to go with when you think the talent levels are around the same. So later rounds, second and third round, fix the offensive line because you can always get offensive linemen in that range. Jerry Tillery at the top of the draft to make a strength a much better strength. And all of a sudden, this team is poised for another deep run in the playoffs with the potential to knock off the Chiefs in this division. Obviously, they were very, very close last year, and the Chiefs have lost a lot more than the Chargers have. I mean, they're rebuilding their defense over there in Kansas City. So this is a big move and a big step forward. And if they have a draft like this, I'd honestly expect them to win the division. They're a very strong team, and I don't understand why they weren't talked about as much last year. this would be their shot. This draft, they can become a power.